Hey there guys, what's up and welcome back to Make Money Now. Let me be clear about something. I've never been a huge fan of Logan. His content is just not my style. It's always fast-paced with way too many things for my liking. So when he posted that video in Japan back in 2017, I remember thinking to myself that the end of him has come. I was surely convinced that there was no way he was coming back from this, and well, looks like I was wrong. Over the last year or so, I've been seeing more and more Logan popping in my recommended videos, and subscribers are really picking up again on his channel. So I decided to investigate and dig a little deeper into the secrets behind his comeback. Logan Paul might actually be a genius when it comes to YouTube, and in this video, we're going to break down what he's done to turn things around and grown his channel to over 21 million subscribers. Love him or hate him, but if you have dreams of growing as a YouTube creator, he certainly has a lot of lessons we can learn from. I think Logan's story arc is one of the most interesting on the issue, and it actually gives the smaller YouTubers a lot of really important takeaways. Remember, this is a guy who at one point was the fastest growing YouTuber in history. In 2017, he has grown 1 million subscribers at that time and making millions of dollars too, and then at the absolute peak of his popularity, he made that video in the Japanese forest and was seen going downhill throughout 2018. And even going into 2019, he was still getting tons of thousands of dislikes on every one of his videos, and even hit a low point of Chrome by just 30,000 subscribers. To anyone, that may seem like a lot, but remember, this guy was sitting up to 2 million subs for a month in 2017. His channel was dying, plain and simple. One thing I find so interesting is how he managed to completely reverse this downward trend. He grew by 400,000 subscribers last month, which was the most in 2 years his videos got. He's hardly getting any dislikes, and if you browse through any of the social media posts, people really seem to be liking this guy. Again, very few YouTubers ever come back from such a sharp decline. So how has Logan managed the second wave of his supporters and make people forgive and forget about what he's done in the past? I've even seen people accusing him of buying likes and subscribers. What's really going on here? Well, through my research, I've broken Logan's recent success into 4 factors. Number 1, beating the algorithm again. Back in 2017, Logan had his content on feed. He used clickbait and thumbnails to rack up the views and really made long vlogs to make sure his watch line was through the roof. This was almost like a hack back then. You made people click then most of the video laughing it out and only covering what was actually said in the title and the thumbnail for a minute or two at the end of the video. But today, there's a big difference in how Logan presents his videos. First, let's take an example of his video back in 2017. I mean, where do we even start with? The title is in all caps, making a big claim that he bought his brother his dream truck with the word apology written on it, just to make it extra dramatic. Yeah, when you actually watch the video, the truck was rented and about 90% of the video was unrelated to the actual topic. Don't get me started on the crazily overloaded thumbnail with the neon highlighting. Logan was quite literally screaming at you to click on the video, and let's be fair, it was working. If we move forward to have his videos in 2020, it's a complete contrast. The title he's using now is still attention grabbing, but in general, they are less in the face. He also doesn't seem to permanently have his caps lock on. Maybe his keyboard was just broken before, or maybe he realized that not everyone likes to be shouted at all the time. Also, the thumbnails he's using now are much more minimal. It's not using crazy highlighting or big caps to try to trigger you to click. He often uses screenshots from the actual video footage, which I really like. It just makes it seem more authentic. So why the change? Was it just because Logan wanted to make more mature content that didn't see him as a spammy or annoying creator? That's probably a big part of it, but the truth is, the YouTube algorithm has changed too, and the new content Logan is creating is perfect. He's still beating the algorithm, he just found a better and more authentic way to do it, as I've mentioned in the parts. YouTube cares about 2 factors more than anything else. A, the click-through rate, which is the percentage of people clicking the video when it's in the field, B, watch time, which is the average number of minutes the average user watches the content. However, recently the algorithm has been geared towards promoting what YouTube describes as quote-unquote quality watch time. These new changes brought into combat tech. If you think clickbait is bad now, you should have really seen it a few years ago. Basically, now YouTube really cares about viewers' retention, and they use it to determine whether your video is delivering what it suggests it does from the thumbnail and title. If a lot of people are clicking on a video but don't stay around for a long time, YouTube will mark this video down and push it to less people. So now you can see why the super in-your-face videos that Logan used to make is no longer as effective. Getting people to click is still very important, but it's just not as important to make sure that they stay for a higher percentage of the video. I really recommend going into your YouTube analytics and having a look at the video retention rate. If you notice a sharp drop-off in the first minute or so of your video, this shows people are interested by your thumbnail and title but don't like your actual content. If your graph looks like a reasonable straight decline throughout and has a watch time of 40%, that's a really good sign. Number 2, packing punchy content. Logan packs a punch with his content. Almost all of Logan's new videos are around 4 to 7 minutes long. This is a huge shift away from the 15-minute plus vlogs he used to make, and let me explain why it's working to his advantage. So your first instinct would be to say, hold on, I thought watch time was important, so longer videos are better. This is a mistake I see so many times. Many small YouTubers also make this mistake, and myself included. Yes, YouTube does like watch time, but as I stated, retention has become so important to them that if you're making a 15 or 20 minute video and they're full of filler and unrelated content, it'll probably have a watch time of like 20%. But if you look at someone like David Dobrik, who packs so much content in 4 minutes and 2 seconds, his retention is probably around 70% or higher. So ask yourself, which one is YouTube more likely to promote? The way I see it, it's all about finding a sweet spot. How can I get watch time but also keep people engaged and make them stay around a whole video? Logan has really taken a leaf out of the way without realizing that he tries to pack as much entertainment as possible. For example, in one of his videos of 5 minutes, he manages to be part of a car accident, makes TikTok videos, and builds a duct tape bridge. Pretty entertaining if you ask me. The point I'm trying to make here is that in 2017, I'm pretty sure Logan would have made this video into 2 different videos, in probably 15 minutes each, fitting them with random content to buffer the watch time. However, he realized that with the new algorithm, it's now crucial to make impact and interesting content that's only as long as it needs to be. That's not to say about any means that long videos don't work anymore. I mean, MR.BEAST's videos are always 15 minutes plus, and he's doing alright. I just think the different types of content need different timings. For example, a pair of regular vlogs work best when they're between 4 and 10 minutes long. Challenge videos, tutorials, or any longer form discussion videos are usually best around 10 to 20 minutes long. Then a video that's over 20 minutes is for podcasts, documentary style videos, and paid challenge videos. I think it's really important to find the right length for your style of content, and Logan certainly has done that. So this is how Logan has changed his strategy, but let's be real here. It doesn't matter if you do the best strategy on YouTube. If people don't like you, it's irrelevant, and that brings us to the third factor. Number 3, being humbled. The good thing which came out of the Japan incident was it made Logan realize that there are lines you should never cross, and I think it's actually made him a better person. Since that incident has definitely had an attitude shift, this has also helped him start his own podcast, which was actually a really brave step for him. When you think about it, he showed a much more vulnerable side of himself while also inviting people to come on and challenge him. A lot of YouTubers try to hide their failures and mistakes, but Logan is taking ownership and facing his criticism head on. During this time, he even lost his boxing bout against KSI, but I feel like this was more of a redemption. It gave him a new identity, and although the fights were controversial, I think everyone has to respect the balls it took to get in the ring and risk having a career ended. I think a combination of these things have redeveloped Logan as a person. He was brought back down to earth. Now, I am by no means saying that he's perfect now. He definitely still has ego, but is much better at being able to take a joke and is much more respectful of other people. Interestingly, this also shows in his videos. Now, he uses a lot of self-deprecating humor and doesn't take himself as seriously anymore. Number 4, importance of doing good. Logan has realized the importance of doing good. Drama is still and will always be a big driver behind attention on YouTube, but positivity and being a decent human is making a comeback. I said Logan has taken a leaf out of David, but when it came to this, well, everything has definitely been taken from MR.BEAST. When it comes to spreading positivity, he's really inspired by him. Now, I'm not saying that Logan is some charitable person, no offense, but we should all aspire to do good. Though he has made a conscious effort to do good recently and has also helped people. Logan is a really great case study and had to come back from a controversy. We all make mistakes in life, but the problem with YouTube is that you're broadcasted to millions of people. I hope Logan Paul continues on his path to redemption. Now, while I won't be turning into a fan anytime soon, I do admit that I started to like him, which is something I never thought I'd say. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Until next time, goodbye.